Wow, that was a surprise to me. Beth, you told me it was going to be overwhelming, but I had no idea that video was coming. Oh, geez, thanks so much. I want to start by saying thank you to my sister for her unwavering support. She's also my friend, colleague, mentor, mentee, reverse mentor, and our relationship's only gotten so much deeper since we've experienced such loss together. A big, huge difference from when I was a kid and I didn't understand why my parents had to have another child. So, thank God, because I got these cool shoes from her too tonight. So, one of the biggest things my sister's done for me is to encourage me to fulfill my potential. There's been many times, as many of you have seen, that I thought I was done. And I thought I was going to be finished with my career and do other things. And she kept pushing me. She kept telling me, keep going. So I did. But to do it with what our parents taught us, and that is to appreciate everything that we have, to take what we have found and make it better. Not for us, but for others and for the world. I'd like to start with some recognition myself and saying, Jag, it was wonderful to meet you last night. Congratulations. And Liz, very inspiring. And Beth, thank you for such a warm handoff, informally, formally, and I'm so glad to have you as a friend for life. Thank you so very much. And I'd like to thank the HBA for this recognition and this award. I'm very humbled, I'm proud, and I just want to say a huge thank you. Mary and Wendy, you guys are a great, great team, and thank you very much. I also have to say thank you to a couple people in the room very near and dear to my heart, where I wouldn't be here without, and that is first, my husband. Mark, you have given up so much for me. You're the winds beneath my wings, the wind beneath my wings. And I don't tell you enough, but you have given so much to support me, to support the family, and my life is complete since I met you. Seriously. And I'm sorry, Christian, I know you told me not to say anything about you. He's 15-year-old son over here. But you know what I'm going to say. Your father and I, before you were born, used to think, what would it be like to have the greatest child ever, and what attributes would that child possess? And literally, you blew us away. You blow us away every single day. Seriously. I'm so looking forward to spending so much more time with you and seeing you continue to fulfill your potential. So powering the possibilities, this theme I was so happy to hear about because it's so near and dear to my heart. You know, we do a lot of self-editing in our life, a lot of should I, would I, could I, here's all the reasons why maybe I shouldn't do something. As kids, we don't always that way. As kids, we usually say, I can do anything. And being able to tap back into that mindset is really what we need for the work that we all do. In order to help patients have better outcomes, we have to think about all the possibilities and be inclusive of everyone and be courageous to do some things that are difficult and may seem impossible. I've learned a few things in my career as I reflected, and that is that it's possible to be an empathetic leader and deliver strong results. I've also learned that it's possible to follow your true north and be authentic and still be an effective leader. I've also learned that it's possible to take charge of your own career and make the choices that are best for you and being intentional about it. There's a Dolly Parton quote that I like. My mother loved Dolly Parton. She said, "Find out who you are and do it on purpose." You know, yes. Because it's so amazing what possibilities can be realized if we empower people to be their authentic selves and reward them for that. You know, when early in my career, there were differing expectations I learned right away that confused me when I started out in my career. I didn't really understand, but thank God they happened to me early because it really made me take charge of my career and not let that unconscious bias stand in my way. Especially in the early days of my career, the more I tried to stand up, and it was so hard. It's hard to be courageous and make a decision that's different than what everybody's asking you to do or what to follow. But the more that I did, the easier it got. and the more that I understood what I didn't want anymore and what I wanted to go towards. And so I'd like to encourage all of you, take charge of your career. When you feel stuck, keep moving. Look for other things. Look for where you are valued for who you are, your authentic self. You know, in 2016, I made that tough career decision to step down. That was the first time I actually made it in Fortune magazine, was when I quit my job. So I quit my job, and I spent a year caring for our sister, Sherry. After that, Shelley did too. And we took turns. Sherry had multiple myeloma, and the experience gave us a new outlook on what we do every day in this industry. You know, we lost our mother to breast cancer, as you heard. And back then, you know, a lot of people say, Christi, you had so much courage to quit your job. I actually had a lot of regret. I had a lot of regret that I didn't do more for my own mother, that I didn't look for specialists, that I didn't take every ounce of energy I could have to try to get her one more Christmas, one more holiday, one more birthday. And by God, I was going to do that with my sister. Whether we made it or not, I was going to be at her side. So it was a bit of regret. And so many of you emailed me after that decision. And it was very heartbreaking to hear the stories of people wishing they had made a decision like that. So I want to encourage you, put your family and loved ones first. Your career will wait. And guess what? I hope I've proved to you, you can come back and it'll be okay. Yes. What I learned during that experience made me so much stronger when I did come back, because little to big things happened during my experience with Sherry. And that was, the big things were medical jargon, physician leaving the hospital room, and she's saying to me, what did he just say? Can you please tell me? I have no idea what he just said. Or the paperwork. I mean, these patients are at their sickest, and they have to file insurance, fax it here, do this, do that, denied. And then the little things, like she would get 20 pills she's taken a day, a color of a pill would change, and she'd literally have anxiety attacks because she thought they gave her the wrong medicine, when the pharmacy really just changed vendors, changed manufacturers. And so all of this, when I came back to the industry, I remember in one leadership team meeting, somebody saying to me, Christi, we're all patient-focused. And I'm like, really? Are we? I see patient focus not by words, but by actions. So it's not just about getting our product to the patient. It's not just our sliver of this industry. It's not just our company. It's not just our industry in pharma and biotech. It's the entire healthcare system. Do you know that journey from the time they're diagnosed to the end? And can we help all along the way, not just where it matters to the financials? That's being patient-focused. And that, I truly believe, is why we have all come to this industry. When we decided where we were going to work, how many of you came here to help patients? Right? And helping them means when they have a diagnosis, how do you get them quicker to where they need to go with the referrals? And then how do you get them through that treatment management part of their journey? And that can be lasting. And then what about after their treatment? So this experience taught me it's possible to leave your job. It's possible to be better when you come back. And it's possible, if we actually all work together, to have better outcomes for patients. So empathy doesn't mean weakness. In fact, many people have heard this and say this, and I don't know where I got it from, but don't confuse niceness with weakness. I believe empathetic leadership is what engages high-performance teams. So many of you that I've worked with in high-performance teams delivering exceptional results that even I didn't think that we could actually achieve. Working in many therapeutic areas, all very important to me, culminating in the ability to be able to say, we can now cure some forms of cancer. It is just amazing what we can accomplish. So I just ask all of you this, find your true north. Find what is authentic to you. And if you don't know yet, HBA has plenty of resources, and all of this network in this room, that is what you need to decide first. My true north, from a responsibility standpoint, something I consider my life's responsibility, is making a difference for people. And that starts with patience, and that's what most of you hear me talk about. But it's also, my true north isn't just about my job and my career. It's about all of the people I want to be around. It's about all of the people I've worked with in career development. It's why I'll continue to mentor, continue to give back to the next generation of leaders. It's about being the best partner that I can be. It's about being the best mom that I can be, the best sister that I can be. It's about helping bring that foundation and helping more patients in diverse populations access clinical trials that are saving patients' lives. And it's why I'll continue my decades' work of sustainable farming in Iowa, bringing me back all the time to the roots of where I came from. So your authentic true self is your whole life, not just this piece of it. So for my closing piece of advice for veterans or for new people in the room, the quote comes from the universally renowned professor and author Ken Robinson, and I'll leave you with this. What you do for yourself dies when you leave this world. What you do for others lives on forever. Thank you.